first confession is about, my girlfriend wants to see an ex for a back massage. I smell cheating. You FaceTimed me to sleep like we used to do every night, but tonight you decide to ask me why I can't let Nick see you for a back massage. I wrote you this 1,000 words letter tonight, but I wrote you more than 1,000 words over these past years expressing my feeling. I hope you don't ignore my words this time because I posted on Reddit. A relationship takes time to develop. If we looked back, we made many memories together, but it will take more than just development to build a home to raise a kid. No, I'm not talking about the materialistic items like a car or house or lifestyle deem as the picture-perfect married couple. I'm talking about more than just a wedding ring on your finger. We have only been dating for almost 5 years, and we still at the learning and knowing beginning stage. We never actually form a 10 years plan or a general plan on how to settle down together. You follow whatever your heart tells you to do the next day or whatever your mom tells you to do. It's always about a gift to show love and affection. You might argue some people got married earlier than us and look like a happy, ever after story like a movie. The fact was, even when a couple got married, they are still learning how to live together each day and take responsibility as partners. You always watch YouTube or Facebook videos about how a proper boyfriend should act or what aptitude qualifies a good standard boyfriend. The internet taught what gifts a boyfriend should buy or what things a boyfriend should say, but never the role in reverse. I remember you always say how you train me to be a good boyfriend, and you are so proud of yourself. Have you ever thought about what a proper girlfriend should act or what aptitude qualifies a good standard girlfriend? No, I'm not talking about fucking gifts and things you do for me currently. It doesn't matter what you are doing for me now, it matters when we run with a plan to build our future together. I know you never ask yourself these questions because we rarely sit down and talk about our future, only dreams and ideas about the lifestyle of the future home, never a solid plan on how to reach the goal. Every time I start these conversations, you switch topics or be dead silent until I say something else. I'm not fond of that at all, and you don't care. I'm not jealous of Nick taking you away. Nick is just doing what he can to get you to return. If you continue to message him on Facebook, he won't just stop saying good morning to you. It would help if you blocked him. The power is never in his hands. It's in your hands, and you can do so. I'm afraid, not him, but you, Maggie. I'm scared of your commitment to our future. I hesitate when my parents ask about our future together. I second thought myself whenever you bring Nick's name into the conversation. I'm questioning your loyalty to our future children and me. You might list out a million explanations about what you did currently to ensure your commitment and dedication, but never proven evidence in the commitment about our future family together. A few of the common reasons for divorce are adultery, cheating, and false love. Why should I trust you when a simple request not to contact your ex fails? Tell me why I should continue to love you when there is another man in your phone, which you refuse to let go of. You never fucking answer that question. Why? You know he is thirsty getting you back. I'm afraid to bend down one knee and ask you to marry me. It's not this simple as you might think. When a guy asks you to marry him using months of saving money, there is no director to call cut, stop the camera or say good acting like a fucking movie or a TikTok video. The marriage certificate comes home with you when the wedding and honeymoon end. I'm afraid of you, Maggie. The next thing in 10 years, I could find you sleeping with another man. How would you feel if the situation happens to you? You got jealous quickly when I talked to another girl. You even make me delete girl contacts from Facebook when we first date. What makes you think the same rule doesn't apply to you? Cheating might happen when I'm at work, not home, or not around you. I know deep down your heart you have a second thought. You are not prepared to love me like I do and think ahead as I do, always just about the next day. You might be intelligent and clever to find a loophole to sneak around me, but it doesn't build a relationship. I still remember when I told your mom about Nick. You got fucking yelled at and disappointed your mother. I never regret telling her about it because I know if I don't tell her, the situation will be a lot worse, and you know it. You know it's true. Nick, and you will get away with your secret love affair if I didn't call your mom that night and you pushed the blame on me like it's never your fault. Nick might still see you behind my back, lying together with your sister. You are old enough to learn this shit. You are not young or innocent, able to avoid talking about these topics. The relationship will fall, and you will blame it on me. You never ask yourself what you did wrong and change because you think you never wrong in the first place. You want people around you to change. You always seem to think it's always my fault when something negative happens to you. The second confession is about, I lob eggs and water balloons at loud, drunk people from my apartment balcony. I live on the third floor, and it is about 20 feet from my balcony to the sidewalk. I did this today at 4 a.m., more on this after some backstory. I used to habitually do this starting about 15 years ago, and then today it occurred to me that I used to respond in this manner. I almost completely forgot about it, and then it dawned on me, oh yeah. That is an option to let these loud assholes know their behavior is not appreciated. Yes, I do see the contradiction in that last statement. So off I went to the kitchen and grabbed 3 eggs. The balconies in my apartment all have about a 3-foot concrete wall, so after taking aim and lobbing in quick succession, it is easy to duck and wait for the reactions. Also, I live in a cramped city in a big apartment, so it is impossible for them to know who did the lobbing. Today's drunks, 2 guys, each had a different reaction. One guy was laughing his ass off while his friend was shouting obscenities, daring the egg lobber to appear. I always stay hidden and just listen. After a few minutes, they went on their way. Other reactions from the past: once a few drunk females, early 20s estimate, called the police. They waited for the police to arrive, and when the police finally arrived, I cautiously crawled back into my apartment. I always leave the sliding screen open for safe retreat. A few minutes later, I could see their flashlight lighting up my darkened room, as they scanned the balconies looking for the perpetrator. Surprisingly, some people don't even respond. I think they are too drunk to even notice. I honestly don't know if I have ever made direct contact, though I am trying. I think my aim is pretty good. I have even taken second shots and volleyed more eggs and balloons when people turn to go on their way, and I know that it is safe to do so. I am way too old to be doing this, but it certainly feels good afterward. Water balloons, really? Yes, I used to have small children. Now they are out of the house. I told you I am old. And the last confession is about, I've been blaming myself for the passing of my classmate for nearly 5 years. Basically, one of my classmates passed away during the summer of our 8th grade. She slept through almost every class. She barely passed English. She hates volleyball but loves badminton. She was addicted to coffee, anime, and creepypastas. She loved drawing. She sat in the second last row in the right corner of our math class. She always slept, was always late to class, rushing in as the second bell rang. She wanted to take dance in 9th grade. She pulled at our library's push doors. Her locker was on the 3rd floor beside the computer lab. On that day, I was retaking math to improve my grade. She was supposed to be retaking Science 8, she failed, but the science class didn't have enough sign-ups, so she was moved to Math Intro 9. It was a Tuesday. She didn't eat breakfast, so I split my strawberry wafer with her. We skipped part of class to sit at the stairs and talk. Normally I went biking on Tuesdays in the afternoon after class. I would walk home with my childhood friends, eat lunch, change, then bike to the park. I would be there until around 4 p.m., maybe 5 p.m. She was wearing a cap, black top, and shorts. But that day I didn't go. I was lazy, I didn't go. She died in that park. She died jogging the same route I go biking. If I had gone, she would still be here. Maybe she still would have died, probably not. We would have crossed paths. We would have been together, she wouldn't have been a target. She would still be here. Maybe not, maybe I would have died too. Maybe someone else would have died. But why did it have to be her? Why did I have to be lazy? Why didn't I go? I should have gone. It's not fair to complain, it's not fair to blame myself, I know that. I know it's not fair, but I can't help it. It's the only thing I can do. If I don't blame myself, then who? Do I blame her? It wasn't her fault she died, it wasn't her fault she was unlucky. But the people I grew up with, the people who walked to school with me every day, the day after we found out. After the breaking news announced her death. They said nothing, on the walk home they didn't turn around, they never looked at me. I was invisible. They never asked how I was doing. It made me feel responsible. The only real time I tried to talk to them, they brushed me off. Told me I was crazy, if I felt so bad maybe I should have done something. So it's not my fault, but it is. And when the police came to interview I didn't know why. I still don't. Why did they pick me? It's not my fault, but sometimes I wish it was. I wish someone would tell me it is my fault. I feel like I'm going crazy, whether it's my fault, or it's hers, or it's some else's. Does it matter? It feels like my fault. If I had been different, if I had made a better choice, she would still be here.